Howdy, everybody. My name is Will Jeffrey. I'm the co-founder and executive producer here at Will Win Games, and we are celebrating National Talk Like a Pirate Day. Yar! Hopefully, you have
Yeah.
your rum with you or your grog of choice. Yeah, we thought what better way to celebrate National Talk Like a Pirate Day than the launch of our new game, Plunder Panic. So we have a special treat for you all today. We've got the original prototype crew from Michigan State University, almost the entire crew, just about everybody. They're going to be popping into the chat over the next hour and a half, talking about the development of the game, some of the stories from showcasing it, from IndieCade to PAX East to South by Southwest, some goofs, some fun stuff that happened along the way, and it'll also be maybe the reaction for the first time of seeing this new version for some of these folks. So just looking at chat here, they're already popping off. But yeah, I want to open up the Discord here and have the folks with us say a quick hello, who you are, and what you did on the project. Yeah, you guys in chat.
All right. I'll jump in here then. I'm also a Will. There's a fair few Wills in this chat. I'm second Will Ridenauer. I was a designer on the very first iteration of Plunder Panic way back in 2018? Is that what it was?
2017, 2018, somewhere around there.
God, far too long ago. And when other Will says that some people haven't played this game, he is talking about me. This is my first time playing it in a very long time, so it should be fun.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Mhm.
We also have another Will here. We decided to do all the Wills first, get them out of the way.
Yep. I'm Will Johnston. I don't even remember when I worked on the game. It was after Ridenhour, but
The third Will.
pre this release and this new crew that's been working on it. I mostly did some event work with it, some user testing, and as well as taking it to a couple of different showcases and demos, one being Traverse City Film Festival and another being Youmacon in Detroit. So I was kind of...
And you also helped out on the Nintendo Switch porting, which was
That is true, yes.
a big deal. And that'll be coming up again in February, hopefully, is when we're going to be doing the console launch for Plunder. So Nintendo,
Yep.
Xbox, PlayStation. So we'll be using that institutional knowledge from Will from when he started out, and hopefully all that still works, huh? And we're also joined by the other co-founder of Will Win Games. I'm the Will, and he's the Win. Brian
Yep.
here.
So hello everybody. Yeah, I've been with this game for a long time, just as long as Will. Like Will and I dreamed this up on a lunch way back in 2017, summer of 2017. Will Johnston mentioned the Traverse City Film Festival. That was, I think, the third time that we went to the Traverse City Film Festival, but the first time was in the summer of 2017, and our goal was to create something for that, and then it blossomed into a 4-year journey to where we are today. So
Yeah,
pretty
here we are.
awesome.
So for those that are joining us for the first time, I'll give you a quick intro to Plunder before we jump into the game. It is a swashbuckling action arcade game for up to 12 players, originally developed as an arcade cabinet where you could have 12 players locally. You get a big old barrel, still do, big old rum barrel with two massive HD TVs, 6 teams on each side. But we decided that COVID-19, we need to make this game available online so that you didn't have to all play locally. So this new version of the game has full online play, so we can play with 12 people. 4 players can play locally in online mode, so if you and 3 of your buddies want to join up on your computer and play against other groups of 4, or anywhere in between, you can totally do that. And we have a lot of big features planned, rounding out the online features, and we can go into that in a little bit, but I'm going to show you just the tutorial of the game, just to get you acclimated with what you're going to be seeing. This game is all about different win conditions and trying to accomplish them quickly before the other team. Rounds are only about 60 to 90 seconds, sometimes a little bit shorter, sometimes a little bit longer. One of the main objectives is to collect gold. You saw it was on a little pedestal here, and you can collect the bags of gold and bring that into your chest. The portholes on the side of the mast on the left here or on the right here for the enemy ship show you how much gold you need to win. So you can also steal directly out of the other team's chest, as I'm doing here. Steal that gold and drop it anywhere. So that's the first main win condition. There are also items in the game, so you can play kind of the original game without any items. Your final destination, no items, if you will, for those competitive players. But you also have items that you can turn on and grab. So in this case, I only got one. In this case, that was a TNT that I threw, and I can pick it up and throw it again. You can also spend your money, instead of putting it in your ship, to buy a sword. So here I went to Swabby, and the friendly Swabby, he's going to sell you a sword. The enemy Swabby on the other ship, he's going to knock you off the ship entirely. So I've got myself a sword here, and I can put it away if I still want to complete objectives, and I can bring it right back out if I need to engage in some stabby. So with the swords, there's a couple different attacks. You have your standard slash, so you get close to them, slash. If you hold left and right, you're going to lunge. You get a little bit of forward momentum, so I can lunge into that one. You can also lunge right off of a cliff, so you got to be careful. I'm going to take out that last one. And if you are the captain, or you're wearing the captain's hat, you have a eagle drop, which looks like this. So it's like the Legend of Zelda inspired attack. So you can go all the way through multiple platforms, or if you let go of the button, you can stop. So we take out an enemy from above. Really powerful attack, but you have to be careful not to land in the water. So the second win condition is taking out the enemy captains. We've got the enemy captain up here. He's got 2 flags, or she has 2 flags, rather. Those are the enemy lives. So once you take out a captain entirely, they have 2 hits. If you lose your hat, you don't have another hit. So she lost her hat, and it took away 1 flag. So here I'm going to take another hit. See, the hat is gone, and then stabby, and now I won with captain victory. The third victory condition is the cannon. So every map has these cannonballs and a cannon in the map. And if you load up the cannon and it manages to go off 3 times, you're going to sink the enemy ship. So it does take a few seconds to go off. You can see it go off here, boom, hits the ship. And there's going to be a big, flaming hole on the ship there. So you can also stop it from going off. So here, I'm not noticing it. Oh no, the cannon goes off. I even got hit by the cannonball. But if you have a sword, you can disarm that cannon. So you catch it, you run up here, and you slash it, and you disarm the cannon. So you want to make sure the other team isn't going to sink your ship. The last condition is this dinghy filled with TNT called Death's Row. So you can get in Death's Row, and then you spam and mash that attack button or that action button as fast as you can. And if you manage to get that all the way to the other ship, it blows up, and you win the game. That one is a hard one to get, but the more people you have in the boat, the faster it goes. I just noticed I have a room code blocked thing on the stream. It's still up, so I'll have to turn that off in a second here. So this game, and just because we have the original crew here, you can see all of the lovely people that worked on this prototype team, or the prototype of the game. The rum's already kicking in on the right side of the screen here, so a big thanks to everybody on that original team. We couldn't have gotten here without you. And then this version that has the online mode, you can see the original team, or the new team rather, for Whirlwind Games here. So recommend checking that out, and a big shout out to everybody who helped us along the way. Quick thing, just look at the controls here. You do have keyboard controls, or keyboard, and your standard inputs. It's a pretty easy game to pick up. Just jump, action, and dropping items. You can taunt if you want. And with that, we have the 2 game modes. We've got a local play and an online play. Local right now will just allow you, if you have a USB hub and 12 controllers, then you can play with 12 people on your PC, which is a ton of fun. So if you wanted to do that, you totally could. But in this case, we're going to play online. So I'm going to go back to the main menu here and jump into our online mode. Some additional features are going to be coming in the next month or so. We're going to have matchmaking, so casual and ranked matchmaking at some point, but allowing you to search for matches, captain versus captain, 2v2, all the way up to 6v6. We're going to have lobbies so that you don't need to use the room code system that we currently have. So if you have a bunch of friends on Steam, you can invite them all through Steam, join up in a lobby, make it really easy to stay in-game with them. And a couple other special surprises that will be coming soon. But this is the initial early access version, and it does have the online ability to play with room codes. So much like an Among Us or a Jackbox game, there's a room code feature. So if you typed or you went into a join game, there'd be a room code here that you could enter. But in my case, I'm going to create a room. Hopefully my little block symbol is still working so that we don't get sniped by anyone. And then I'm going to post this code in our stream here and see if we can get some developers to join.
Man, the animations on this look so good.
Is that because you worked on the animator? Well,
Yeah, because I did the original animation states, and I can say these are much better.
so you see there's going to be a bunch of cursors floating in here. So I think, let me count how many people we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. There is going to be an odd man out. So we should be able to get a full game of developers playing, which will be a lot of chaos, but at the same time should be a lot of fun as well. So while everyone is joining up, let's see. Get in here! I'm just going to yell in chat, get in here! And pull up my chats here, see if anyone is saying anything. Oh, we do have some good questions. If cross-platform play will be coming to the game. It will, hopefully, as long as everything works out. We are planning to go to all the other consoles, so it should be happening. That is at least the goal. So as we're getting people joining the game, I'm going to show you some of the options that we have at our disposal. So we have a few modifiers, which are just gameplay modifiers. So in this case, right now, we're starting early access with random captains. So a random captain is chosen. Mutiny, where there's no captain, so there's no captain victory condition. We've got Armed and Dangerous, where everybody starts with a sword instead of just the captains. We've got Skyrets, where everyone has a pair of seagull's wings. Friendly Fire, where you can stab and shoot your own teammates, and Random Items, which is a lot of fun. It just randomizes all the different items. There's all sorts of modes here with the items, so you can have none if you want to play that kind of classic Final Destination, no item, 3 stock, but you can also have low spawning items, medium, high, and extreme. So maybe we'll put it on medium for now. And I'm not going to go through each of these individually. We'll see them as we play through the game, but there's a bunch of really cool ones here that we are going to have. Let's play with random captains. Everybody gets a chance. So, we are going to sail away, and maybe blue team should add an AI if anyone is on the blue team, just so that we can have full 12 players. So you can have, yeah, add the AI. Go ahead. If anyone's listening to me, I'll say it in chat here. Add the AI, and go, go, go. We're still working on things like an in-game chat. Or at least some better way to communicate with players that's not going to get too chaotic. So here we're going to wait for everybody to connect. Hopefully no one is on dial-up anymore. It looks like we're good to go. So it is hard to play at the same time as talk.
Yeah. Thanks,
But we're going to do our best here to see if we can talk through this game. So this is a large developer versus developer match here, and you can already see that some of the items are coming into play. We've got an enchanted idol in this case, and the enchanted idol spawns these lava rocks that come from the top of the mountain here. And those lava rocks will rain down wherever the idol is pointed. Oh, somebody took me out. I had a blunderbuss down there at the bottom. We've got some players in the rowboat trying to make something happen. Red team here, if you are paying attention, they've got a bunch of gold up in their ship. But blue team has a little bit more. So there's not enough for both teams to win gold. So you need to steal it from the other ship. Since this game is still early access, we are working on additional balances and updates to the game as we... Oh, they're gonna get gold, blue team. We're not paying enough attention. Come on. Who's on red team? Bunch of garbage players. Come on now.
I'm on blue team.
Dang, that was quick.
Yeah,
I also wasn't playing because my thing broke, so...
Oh, something happened?
Yeah, with my computer, not with the game. But,
oh no. Are you back online?
Yeah, I don't know if I could join now.
Okay.
Restart the game. I can just comment what's
Sure.
going on.
Well, maybe it's a good time for you to talk about it. Luckily, if you do leave the match, you are replaced with an AI player. In ranked modes, you will not be, but if you do have a dropout, at least you won't be SOL. You will have a pirate on your team. So yeah, Will, this is your first reaction to the game. What do what's different from what you had originally seen?
It just looks so good. I mean, I know I already made this comment, but just we always had this kind of like 8-bit style going on, but this is on like a whole nother level compared to what we have.
Yeah, so when you played it, it was the 8-bit style, was it not? And then
Yeah.
at some point we did change to more of the Super Nintendo 16-bit style. Oh, they got gold again. Come on, red team. I need
Yeah.
to yell at red team here. Red
Yeah.
team, defend. You.
Yeah, this is technically the third version of the game. So we did 8-bit, then 16-bit,
wow.
and then I guess this is polished 16-bit.
Yeah, this is 2.5 or whatever, right?
I am very happy to see that the design of the game still stays. It's pretty familiar. So, somebody
things-
did design.
Some has changed a little bit here and there.
Yeah.
So one big change that we actually just pushed today, and you can notice this if you get some swords, you can sheath and unsheath while moving now, which is a huge difference, even just from a few days ago. Before you'd have to completely pause before you could continue on moving. So it's allowing people to just get further and further into combat more ease. Oh, now we're getting some gold here on the red team.
I believe crewmates being able to buy swords, wasn't that something that came in later? Like, we didn't have that.
Potentially, it's been so long.
I don't remember. That's right. That for me too. It's been so long that I'm like, when did this happen? What's going on?
Yeah, this new version has a bunch of new levels too, so I'm sure you're.
Yeah, I
noticing
can
something
tell. They're
new.
really cool. They're so creative.
Yeah, I like these two new ones that we just played, the Atlantis map and the...
Uh-oh, we got the Kraken going. Were you guys around for the Kraken?
No, I wasn't.
Kraken's my favorite way.
I dodged it.
Try to keep the Kraken going.
Oh no, you got the Kraken got me.
Yeah.
Hey, we
I
got
feel like
another
it was
gold
like
victory.
suggested,
Hey,
but it wasn't
finally
implemented.
red team.
It seems like gold victories are still happening quite frequently, but it might be the other team's just not defending at all.
It was
Gold
also,
victory.
and I remember this from my time on the game and showing it off at like PAX and stuff. There is definitely like a learning curve where at the start, as people are learning the game, certain victories are much more common
Oh,
as
for
opposed
sure.
to when you actually learn it. Yeah.
So, gold is one of those easy ones to understand.
Because it's
right?
easy to forget.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we did just change it where you need one more gold in the world, and there's less gold. Or sorry, one more gold to win, and there are less gold in the world in general. We also implemented this really neat tapping update for the rowboat, so it really allows you to tap faster, rewards people who can spam quite quickly. So it's a pretty dangerous update for those button mashers.
Yeah.
Who's on red team? Any of you? Oh, you're not even playing, right? Oh,
I'm
no.
not, no.
I'm on red team.
Okay, well I'm trying to get this
I'm stuck in the net right now.
grape shot
Tell
in
them
there.
that.
Yeah, there's so much new stuff. It's hard to even. Oh, rowboat! Red team, what are you doing? What are you doing, red
Where's the
team?
Blue
captain?
team's running away with that.
Oh no.
Damn.
Ooh,
We need
captain.
some captain work here on that red team.
Oh man, I wish I knew who was playing.
Yeah, normally when you play a game like this, you're all in a Discord, either with just your team. Come on, rowboat, get in that rowboat. Where are my teammates? Oh, they got
Blue
it.
is,
Ah.
blue is going.
I know. That's not fair. We almost had it with Cannon. So there are taunts in the game now too. So if you are playing and you're not on a voice chat with anybody else, you can hold down the Y button and press up, down, left, or right to denote the different win conditions. So if you hold up, I believe it's captain, down is rowboat, left is gold, and right is cannon. So we can kind of signal to our player, go for the rowboat. Or you can psych out the other team since everybody can see the message as well. So I am a captain right now, so I'm going to try something new. I'm going to try to be quiet, let one of you all fill the dead air, and I'm going to defend my team.
Go for it.
Defend the
It really
rowboat.
threw me off when I did the captain earlier. I was like, where did I go? Wasn't I just playing?
Uh-oh.
There's God, what was the thing up in Traverse City? The Waz? Was it the Waz?
Yep, that was
Yeah.
the
Was that the first time we showed off this game?
It was, yeah.
Yeah. I remember we had a really popular reception then, mostly because it was this game up against a lot of educational games. So that was pretty
I don't think that was the only reason.
No, I'm kidding. No, it was fun though.
We did have a lot of fun. That's really, we were able to pushed the game forward because of all that support we had from those types of events. You know, people really enjoyed what they saw at the WAS and at Traverse City. And
people loved it at PAX, which was crazy.
Yeah, it was.
Indie showcase.
As a little scrappy team from Michigan State, just putting something together. It was really cool to see how far we could go. And I don't know who's on my team, so I don't want to say that we've got the cannon going and to defend the cannon.
Oh no, we're gonna lose. Blue team's gonna lose to a captain victory before.
Oh, I don't know. We've got a strategy here, but we need to get that.
Might be able to.
Come on. Who's the blue captain?
I don't know.
I can pop in and find out.
You didn't notice that we just got
we got gold.
the gold victory here.
That's it.
That still happens frequently, but I think the other ones were really close too. I think we had 2 cannon hits. We had a couple of rowboats that were very near.
Close.
So I think
always have my favorite.
Yeah, we're gonna do one more match here, and then maybe cycle some folks out so you can get into the other rowdy channel. And we'll bring some new blood into the chat here. So if there's anything else that Will or Brian want to say on live on air, there's a 15-second delay.
True. For PAX, we all drove up together and we brought in that rum barrel they were using for the arcade cabinet, and it smelled a lot.
It did.
We were in a tight car for 9 hours? No, that wasn't long.
It was a long drive.
It was hefty.
We were a little bit worried. So for those that didn't know, our arcade cabinet is a legit bourbon barrel that had been
very bourbon.
Yeah, emptied out and charcoal and everything. So right when we got it, it smelled very much like bourbon. And we were a little worried that if we got pulled over, they'd think we'd all be drinking and driving. We're like, no, sir, we just have a big rum barrel arcade cabinet.
Yeah, just stuck in the back.
Completely legit.
It's jammed between Darlene and Jeremy. It's a very cool arcade cabinet, though.
It is, and I am very excited for the day that we can bring that back and have people play on the arcade game.
Yeah.
Cannon! Red team! Cannon! No! Shoot.
Oh!
Everybody take a drink!
To the arcade cabinet that I designed for ComArts.
Yes, that is a really cool one. Let me put the room code back up here so that it's blocked. We can return to lobby. Make sure everybody gets in right now, or you get a chance to go in there. But yeah, Will, you made a really awesome cabinet that is in the ComArts building that's still there to this day. So
yeah,
I encourage folks at MSU or not, or whoever's in the area, come check it out. But yeah, thank you both, the Wills. I'm very partial to both of you, mostly for the name. But thank you for joining. If you want to hop into the other one and maybe drag 2 other folks into, or 3 other folks. Into the chat.
I'll jump out too. So.
Sounds good. I'm gonna be here by my lonesome.
Blood. Yeah.
All right.
Blood.
See ya.
I'll stay until somebody else comes.
Sounds good.
How many people we got now? We've got 11 still. That's right. Will's controller wasn't working or something. Hey, Trevor.
Howdy.
Hey, it's Trevor Daniels. How is it going, Mr. Trevor?
It's going well. Going good.
Good. It looks like we've got one more, potentially one more. Let's see if I can get anyone else to join up. Yeah, so you want to introduce yourself? Tell us a little bit about what you did on the game?
Yeah, so hi, I'm Trevor. I did some UI programming on the prototype version of Thunder Panic. So did a lot of stuff with designing some of the menus and just early interface design and really just all varieties of getting that up and running.
Yeah, we could.
Was that the original one, Trevor? Was that the 8-bit version? Do you remember?
That was during the 8-bit version era. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
So since then, a lot of cool newer stuff has gone in. You can still see a couple little touches that I put in a long time ago here and there, but honestly, I'm loving all the new UI that is in this game. It is just beautiful.
Whoever is on the captain for the red team, we can maybe add an AI and get started. I'll write that in chat here. Add AI and get started. And we're also joined by Charlie here. Charlie, how's it going? Long time no see.
Yeah, not too bad. It's been pretty good. It's really exciting to see this.
How long has it been since you last played? Probably quite a bit.
Yeah, it's been since like September or October of 2018.
Okay. Yeah, that is a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have not laid my hands on this game since the end of fall 2017. So it's been like December 2017.
Okay. Charlie, what did you... Oh, I got hit by a cannonball. I am garbage. Charlie, what did you work on for the game?
Yeah, so I was a programmer. I worked mostly on the items. By the end, I think well, I don't know what it is now, but during the prototype, I wrote all the items and some of the gameplay mechanics.
Yeah, I believe most of the items that you worked on are still in the game, maybe if not all of them.
Yeah, the Kraken was my favorite one to work on. That was the most exciting one.
We are going to get cannoned here on Red Team.
Oh man.
Yeah, the Kraken is a lot of fun. We just fixed a fun Kraken bug where it would ink people even if they're invincible or not. So now the Kraken is nerfed just a little bit. But definitely one of my favorites as well. Do you have a favorite item, Trevor, in the game?
I mean, honestly, I'm loving the, is it still like the Tiki Totem that causes the cannon, or the volcano?
Yeah, we call it the Enchanted Idol. It's more than the volcano now, so there are multiple stages.
Yeah, I love this map where it's got like the flaming skull and crossbones, like that just looks so rad.
Each stage has a unique kind of like figurehead, or masthead, or whatever you want to call it, at the top of the stage, and all of them do something a little bit special when the cursed idol is going on. So in this case, like there's flaming eyes, Poseidon starts bubbling over, so does the cauldron and the wizard's castle. So there's like so many little touches in the game now, which are a lot of fun. And sometimes you don't notice them until 3-4 times. Have you had a chance to look at the animals that are flying through yet?
Yeah, there's like some dragons, there's crows now.
Yeah, there's wyverns.
So they're
flying
unique
fish.
to each level, so
yeah, unique to each one. We are getting just wrecked. Oh, blue team has so much gold. Get to blue team to get gold, please. Please, please, please. There's somebody with sword though. This game is a lot of back and forth. Where's our captain? Come on. We need some.
And I didn't try this before, but can a crewmate with a sword put their sword away and pick up items, or do they drop
yes,
their sword?
they can. So I think originally when you were playing, you could only drop your sword, but yeah, now everybody can put them away. So you can buy one and you can sheath your sword and pick it back up, which is pretty different from way back.
Yeah, you could drop them on people's heads, right? And,
yeah. So you can't drop swords on their heads, but you can drop gold and cannonballs on their heads. Oh yeah, and rum barrels, heavy chests, anything that's considered heavy, you can drop on somebody. Oh man, just getting wrecked today. I was doing so much better yesterday.
I want to try and get one of these captain victories so I can see what that looks like on the end screen.
Well, who's the cap? Are you the captain, Trevor?
No, I am not.
Oh, okay. Well, what team are you on?
I'm on blue team.
Oh, well, I don't want to help you out, then. And this game is really chaotic with 12 players. So for those that are like, oh, there's a lot going on, you don't have to play with 12 players. You can play anywhere from 1v1 up to 6v6. So you are completely able to start it up and play with a 2v2, 3v3, that kind of thing. And as you get more comfortable, play with more people.
What do you think's the best way to play it? for best
Personally,
number?
I really like a 4v4. I think 4v4 is kind of a sweet spot where a lot's going on, but it's not too much. But it's really, it changes. Like sometimes these 6v6s are a ton of fun, and oh, there's almost a captain victory here, so maybe we can take out that captain. Get the captain! Get the captain!
Everybody focus on the captain.
Well, if you're on my team, get the captain.
Yeah.
But I do like playing without items every once in a while too. I think that's still a lot of fun. You know, getting those items off the game and just really focusing on team strategy, like who's going for gold and who's pushing the rowboat. And there's a captain
All right,
victory.
there we go.
Hey,
Now
there
you can
we
see
go.
what it looks like, Trevor.
I love that.
We almost have one of each, which is great. Maybe these teams are a little bit more balanced here. Yeah, so a little bit about the current team. We have two artists. The very talented Tatum Cho, who did a handful of our levels and these splash screens, and the super talented Dewey, who also did a handful of our stages, and those animations that you just saw. And Andrew Dennis would be lost without him. He did the cute character animations for all the pirates, which we are big fans of here on the Plunder team. So we have a small but dedicated team here of really talented folks, most of which have come from the MSU game development program. So this really was a great project too, to employ some students, to get them, you know, some experience on a ship title, and you know, help pay the rent at the same time. So really, it was a rewarding project to be a part of. Also, Cannon, red team, come on, disarm that thing, please.
That,
So yeah, any memorable stories from either of you two? Anything worth mentioning off the top of your head? We're gonna lose to Cannon if no one is getting there. Come on, red team, disarm that cannon.
Yeah.
Disarm that
I
cannon.
mean, I still remember when we
Cannon
first
too.
got the rum barrel set up and going. Like that was a whole endeavor of getting the arcade machine and decorating it and constructing the physical game piece, which was
and that
crazy to
that
just
was
have in the
done
game lab.
I think that was done in like the last 2.5 weeks of the project. You know, the original timeline was like literally 2.5 months before Traverse City Film Festival, and you know, we got the prototype together and it was looking good and playing good, and we're like, we should make something that is also a visual spectacle.
Oh, I'm the
then,
captain.
You know,
I'm
there's
the
a big
captain now.
story about pulling together the rum barrel in the last minute,
Yeah,
which is pretty awesome. We actually worked with a local company that makes furniture out of, you know, rum barrels and wine barrels and things like that. So it was great.
It has a nice little finished wood piece on there, so you can put your beer or your rum on top of the cabinet. You're not going to be out of place.
I still like taking that to the arcade bar that was in downtown Lansing was
Yeah,
probably
the
one
Grid.
of the coolest
Oh
events
yeah,
we did
can
early
do
on.
a shout out for
Yeah,
the
that was like
Grid.
our holiday party.
Oh, I'm getting chased by a captain here. I'm trying to steal some gold. Oh, we got a
Yeah,
Kraken
I
at the
took
bottom.
out Will.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm gonna get some Kraken business going here, if I can. Now, the cool thing about the Kraken is anyone that you run into will spread the ink, so you can keep getting a bunch of ink going over and over again. And if you manage to trick the Kraken, it'll grab whoever's below you, so you can kind of ink yourself and get someone else to be caught. Oh, someone is guarding our chest. Get out of here, Six. Oh, no! Red team!
yeah.
I want to see
Protect
some.
the
I want to see some
cannon.
rowboat action, man. We put in that.
Oh no, they're about to
crazy-
get gold. Oh no.
Yeah, we got it.
Nice.
Got it.
All right, we're gonna do one more, and then we're gonna swap out. So if you have any other fun stories, musings, things you like, I'd say feature requests for another time. No, you can say that too. If there's stuff that you're maybe excited about or you think would be a good fit for the game, yeah, just
I'm
lay it on.
honestly I'm really excited to see this come to Nintendo Switch early next year. I think that's going to be awesome to see.
Yeah, you and me both. For those who've been following us for a while, we do have the dev kits, and we had the original version working on the Nintendo Switch. But now that we've moved online, we're kind of starting back over in that regard. So
Two tiki. Oh no.
yeah, there's a lot of raining fire going on. So it will be exciting to see that. It's a great game on the Switch to play, on the go. Having a Switch circle, everybody kind of playing. However many friends you have, local play. Hopefully we'll be able to do kind of local area. Oh, we could get gold if no one is defending. Look at that. Red team, quick victory. Nice job.
Look it in there.
We did it right before our boat sank, which works out pretty well. I keep forgetting to turn off the room code at the same time. Great.
I remember at one point we were we were adding like a zombie mode or something like that.
We were. That is no longer in the game.
Yeah.
But
Maybe
that is definitely a deep cut. I'm going to join another team here, I think.
Yeah, it's going to... We can swap some new people in your voice channel, too.
But Trevor and Charlie, thank you so much for joining, and also for all your hard work getting us to this point. I really appreciate you both. So yeah, maybe we can swap out some folks.
Yeah, thanks for having us back to play. This is very fun.
Yeah.
Excited to keep playing.
Yeah, awesome. I hope you are either on my team, and if you are, I wish you well. And if you're not, I hope you fall
If you're not on blue team, I don't know. I don't know well.
So we're gonna wait just a second. Let's see if we can get some other people. Oh, I spot a Jared. I spot a Ryan. Maybe we can get a Darlene in here too. Or whoever. Let's see. And I want to get some. Let's put on some random items. Let's do some fun stuff. Random items. Random captives. Let's see. Who do we have here in chat with us today?
Sean.
We've got a Sean.
It's Jared.
We've got a Jared.
It's Ryan.
And it's a Ryan. Welcome, guys. Let's do a quick introduction. So for those that weren't following us yesterday, Sean is one of our developers. He is a programmer on the team, responsible for all sorts of fun stuff. So if you like the AI, you can thank Sean. If you don't like the AI, you can @ him on Discord.
Blame me for everything.
Blame him for everything. Let's get the game going. Let's go. Jared and Ryan, you want to introduce yourselves?
Sure. Yeah. What's up, stream? I'm Jared. I used to work on this game back in 2017, part of the OG crew, and I was one of the designers, so I did a lot of the level design, victory condition balancing, and just the random other stuff, QA, bug fixing.
All that fun stuff. And we've got Ryan here too. Ryan, you want to do a quick introduction?
Yeah, I'm Ryan, and I did some of the art, kind of like the initial art in the game. It was mainly the character animations, as well as the character designs themselves. I also did a couple environmental pieces, like the mountain level. I think that was like the one that I did, like the actual mountain, as well as like the coconuts and the rowboat with Death Row. I will take credit for that pun for Death Row.
That was a Ryan original. There are also some things that are still in the game that you contributed to, aren't they?
What other things? I'm not quite sure.
The voice lines. You are the official voice of Swabby is Ryan here. So.
Swabby, all the male characters, I believe, including the monkeys and not the skeletons though. I think those are sound bites that I don't know where Kyle got those from.
We have not been able to improve upon. Oh, cut that. Yeah, we have not been able to improve upon Ryan's voice acting in the game. So it's about as good as it can get. So
You can't
when
improve
was
on perfection.
you can improve on perfection? I couldn't have said it better myself, Jared. So when was the last time you all played this game? It probably has been a while. Has it not?
I actually played at UMaCon 2 years
Okay.
ago.
All
I
right.
happened to I didn't know you guys were actually there, and I happened to pass by, and it was really cool to see you guys and to see some of the crew.
How about you, Jared? When was the last time you got a chance to play?
Probably summer of 2018 when I did a little bit of QA after graduation from MSU. That was probably the last.
Okay. So
I've been waiting.
yeah, a lot of people have been waiting. We've been trying real hard. Anything stand out as something like one of your favorite new things to see?
I think like that art is just amazing. And it's not because like it's based off of my concept art, or some of it is. I think it's like because before we had it at like an 8-bit
Yeah,
level.
it was originally an 8-bit 8-bit styling for the game. So yeah, do you remember why we made the change? Anybody remember that little piece of history?
Oh, I don't know if I was there for that.
Maybe
Why
not.
it was made?
No, not why it was made. Why we made the change to 16-bit.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
Because concept art wasn't good enough.
that was it. We said we can, improve on perfection. No, we started running into limitations with 8-bit. We couldn't really get some depth of like the Kraken and these. Oh no, robot! Oh, we're so close. Sorry. We had some really cool stuff that we wanted to try to get into the game, but just there wasn't. Oh, we got gold right before we could get Robo. There wasn't enough detail in 8-bit to do what we truly wanted to do, so that's sort of when we decided, hey, I think we can make this work as a 16-bit game. And that's also right when we were approved by Nintendo. So we said, you know what, I think that this'll sell better and it'll show better as a 16-bit game. With more of an SNES style compared to an NES style. And we haven't looked back since. One of our people wanted to remake it in 3D, and we said, no. We're not doing that, Dewey. We're not letting that happen. We do have
I remember.
Oh, go ahead.
I remember there being a lot of difficulty actually, even when I was on the project, like designing things because of that limitation. Because we created the first characters, and then we had set boundaries essentially for each character of like how big it could be, and so the design got like really like I had to go super minimalistic.
Yeah,
I remember the skeletons were especially hard because you have like details of the bones and everything.
Yeah. But what was really great about the initial version, though, is that it accomplished what it needed to, right? It showed the proof of concept. We got something that was a lot of fun that we could, bring other people into the game and they could understand, and we were proving it out at that time. They are getting a lot of gold over here on the red ship, so I'm going to start camping that and stealing it. We have come up with some new strategies, too, that are pretty fun that you haven't seen, maybe. If you grab gold and jump onto the rope, you can drop it right next to Swabby, and he will hit it perfectly. And if anyone gets hit by Swabby's gold, they'll die. So you can kind of use it as like a gold launcher, which is pretty cool. Yeah.
Robo?
It depends on the team that you're on, but I'm on blue, so yeah, Robo, we need to push that back. We were so close with Robo. I don't know what happened. It's definitely hard to talk and play, isn't it, guys?
Oh yeah.
A little bit hard to focus.
A little bit hard to focus. Jared was definitely a big help early on in the project with all the QA. This game, and I joke internally, this is like edge case the game. There's so many things that you have to account for with 12 players and all the different interactions that can happen. There's just so much going on at all times that you need a dedicated QA team and someone who's really talented to make it all happen. So thankfully, we had a Jared. We went to Jared's and we got a lot done and we got a lot solved. We're still running into that problem with all these goofy interactions between the two.
Yeah, I mean, I played it a lot yesterday, like 3 hours.
Oh, nice.
Sorry, on Friday, I mean. not yesterday, but there were like hardly any bugs I saw, which was
Oh,
really
hey,
good
that's
considering
kind of you.
like how many how many animation states there are for all the characters and all the different like hat, no hat, sword, no sword, all the states they have to be in.
How, if you did play yesterday, or Friday rather, what do you think of being able to run around and unsheath and sheath with your sword instead of having to stop? Does that feel like how does that feel to you?
It feels a lot more smooth.
Yeah. That's what I'm thinking too. You know, one of the really cool opportunities we have in early access is to put this, you know, in the hands of our players and get that kind of feedback. And someone had just said like, "Hey, this game's a lot of fun, but why do I have to stop moving when I have a sword?" And we said, you know, that is a really good question. Maybe you shouldn't have to. You know, pirates are known for their grace a little bit. Maybe their swagger is a better term. So we should give it a shot, and we did. And I really like it. I think it's a lot more fun.
Yeah. And,
Rowboat! Rowboat!
okay.
Did you guys notice the little creature in the water in this one yet? Did you pick that one up yet?
Yeah, it's like this little. I can tell it's made by Dewey.
Well, I don't know. I have no idea how you could guess that he made that one. His middle name, little known fact, is Cthulhu. It is not. His middle name is not Cthulhu, but it might as well should be. We have some really cool stuff planned from him. His dream in this is to make a spooky level, so we've got some cool ideas for Halloween coming up that I'm really excited. Yeah, we have this really fun document coming out. This internal document. There's a red captain camping on the upper level, by the way.
Yeah, he's got one life left.
Yeah, let's try to end that life if we can. We have this fun game document here of like all these cool level ideas of stuff that you might see. Gotcha. All right, we're gonna do one more and then swap out some folks. So if you have any other comments, feature requests, stories, anything that you want to share, try to do it before we win or lose.
Well, I wanted to ask you, Will,
Yeah.
about like victory condition balancing, especially with
Sure.
the new maps.
Yeah.
So you guys are still looking at that, getting statistics right for every game. And
Yeah, we are still looking into the best way to balance. Obviously, we're always looking at the data. Some of it's anecdotal, you know, what we see when we play in these large developer matches. You know, one of the big changes was over Friday, where we saw just so many gold victories. We said, you know what, we need to make a change. We're just seeing too much. It's too easy. Running AI matches and seeing what defaults. But yeah, it's very much a data-driven game where we're looking at that data, seeing what works, listening to our player base, trying to make it happen. The goal is to get a good split, right? You know, in a perfect world, it'd be almost 25% across the board. So what we found is like the sweet spot for this game is trying to get the victory conditions to be close for both teams. Like right now, we are about to win Rowboat, but they're also about to get gold, right? So, you know, it was kind of that almost gotcha moment where it feels tense for both teams, and that's really the sweet spot that we're trying to get as much as we can. But Jared, Ryan, it was so great to hear from both of you. I hope that you can pop back in for some matches in the future, maybe next time we have a stream. Thank you guys for all your hard work on the original version of the game. Thank you for joining us, sharing some of your stories. And I hope I see you around soon.
Thanks for having us.
Absolutely.
Yeah. If you want to jump back in, say anybody that hasn't been in the chat, drag them on over here. Prioritize people that have rum, if you can.
Oh, definitely. All right. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, I need to put the room code blocker back on, so if we get any randos here, whoops.
Hello, Will.
We got a Joe! We got a George! And we got a David. That's perfect. We have another group of programmers. So as we're about to get started, let's do some introductions here. Since Joe works for me, I will start the introduction for him. We have a brilliantly talented programmer, Mr. Joe Sack here. responsible for the menu and all of the lovely snappy animations, the video options. UI is a huge part of our game, and it will be moving forward, get even more important. So we've got Joe to thank for that. He's also starting to learn the ropes with our networking solution, so a shout out to Photon Quantum. Those folks were running Quantum for our game, running the AI, running the servers, all of that is on Photon. But I'll let George and David introduce themselves. So George, you want to go first?
Sure. George, I worked on the game my senior year at MSU in the Gel Lab back just before it was completely remade. We were brought on to just kind of help Alex Klingel with a lot of programming tasks, and we ended up also undertaking the first pass the AI for the game. So that was the big part, along with just a mixed bag of a million different things that we ended up working on through there.
And we also have David with us as well.
Oh, yeah, I got brought on with George. We worked on the AI at the same time. They were like our babies. There's a second generation of them now, but we love them still. Yeah, we got to work on the first prototype of the game. It was really fun.
Yeah, and for that prototype, really, we were originally going to release that out to the world. We had a stable prototype that was a ton of fun, worked really well. But when we were getting close to release is when COVID-19 hit, and we said, you know what, we probably can't release a 12-player local multiplayer game very responsibly right now. So we decided to remake everything using Photon Quantum and go online with it. So yeah, when was the last time you guys played? Have you seen anything for a while? Is this the kind of the first check in quite a bit?
Yeah. Jeez, it's got to be, I don't know, year and a half. George, what do you think?
Yeah, about a year and a half probably since
2 years maybe?
I mean, I still have one of the builds on the computer, and I'll go back to it every once in a while just for fun, to like show some people. Yeah, just to show some friends or something. But yeah, no, not like in a big group for probably like a year and a half when we were doing playtests back in the Gel.
Yeah, we had some friends over on Friday night, and we showed it to them. It was a great time.
Yeah. Oh, did you show them the new one or did you show them the old one?
We showed them the release version, yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So, since you worked on that original with the AI, is there anything that stands out in this one that's just like, whoa, that's different, or that's cool, or I wish the AI did that? Do you have anything along those lines?
We noticed a couple smaller details were missing from the AI. That
you can direct all complaints to Sean, our AI developer, right now.
Anti-Tristan initiative's missing. Our ATI.
I forgot what that did. I think there is in the code a kill will function. I don't know what it does yet. They won't tell me, but it does exist. So I'm not sure yet. I'll get it out of them. Robo.
ATI is.
The ATI was
Robo's just fine.
Back in the day, Tristan, one of the guys working the Gel, had an affinity for sitting on the enemy ship and spawn camping pretty much everyone.
Right.
So if he was on the ship for long enough, then we would just start targeting him extremely heavy with AI and start like throwing dynamite. Oh, that's another one. I don't think I've seen an AI dynamite a chest yet.
They do. They do.
Yeah.
They do.
Okay.
It is when they're 6v6, there's a less of a chance to do it, but there definitely is a programming call for throw it at the chest.
Awesome.
Nice.
Good.
Another thing Tristan would do is he figured out that our AI wouldn't like pathfind through the rope swing, so he would like camp on the rope swing. So we put in a special function to kill Tristan on the rope swing. I'm sure that's a thing.
Yeah, they'll hunt you down. They do some things really well, and they do other things not as well yet. But really, it's a work in progress. We do have a pretty cool feature idea, maybe even a modify R later on, where you can do shot calling essentially as a captain. You can use your taunts to try and direct the AI to complete objectives that you're asking for.
I remember that was awesome. We discussed that early on with Brian, I believe, too.
Yeah. So it's
thing with the emote system.
Yeah, we're talking about trying to get that implemented, see if that's something that's possible, if it's fun. Maybe not having it in every match, that's why it's a really good thing for like a modifier. And we have some really cool ideas for those coming up, you know, like everybody's drunk all the time. That's not like a human thing, but using the ring barrel in the game.
That would be awesome.
Captain shot calling, you know, some of them I don't want to disclose just yet. We do have some really cool ideas that I think will be fun to throw to everybody. But at the same time, you know, it's so different being able to play this online with folks. Like, you know, we have the entire original, almost entire dev team, and we're all just playing at our home computers, which felt like something that we just couldn't accomplish, you know, 3-4 years ago. So it's really kind of crazy seeing that happen now. Did you all have a favorite thing with AI that you like to implement, or a hard thing that... Oh, Robo, Red Team, defend that crap. Come on now. Get that garbage out of here. Alright, we did just implement a new tap system with it, so it really does respond well to crazy taps.
Oh, nice.
There was a tap limit before that we kind of changed the cap on that. But yeah, AI, what did you all think about that? What did you really enjoy trying to put in?
Is all of it a good answer?
Yeah, it's all pretty fun.
Was that your first foray into kind of AI for this style of game?
Yeah, definitely. That was a huge learning experience for us, but it was also super fun just to hand it over to the other people in the Gel Lab and see how they fare against it. And sometimes they just destroy all our friends, and that would be really fun to watch.
It was always really fun too to just I don't know. There were a lot of days where we would sit down and be like, all right, well, we've implemented pretty much what we wanted to do with the AI, at a base level. What kind of crazy stuff can we make them do? And it's just things came about throwing dynamite at chests and I don't know, just
spreading the
Kraken, yeah. Detecting when someone with a sword is running up to the robo or something like that.
So you all also worked on this before you graduated, right? So this is something that you were doing. Did you ever use this as a piece in your portfolio, or how did that help you kind of get into the professional world at all? Is there anything you can speak to that?
I'd say so, definitely, yeah.
I think it looks really good. For us, it was basically we were given a system that was largely built already, and we just had to implement something completely new into it. So it really is a good skill to have, being able to work with existing systems. So that was pretty big, at least depending on where you go, obviously.
Yeah.
And then also a lot of interviews, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Talked about it a lot.
And one of the goals that we have with Whirlwind Games, being an East Lansing-based studio, is to try to get students who are fresh out of college or even internship ones, ones that are seeking internships or nearly done with the making program, be able to provide them with some live experience. And with Brian being still a part of the program and my knowledge of the program for being there for a number of years, it allows us to hopefully give them that leg up and get some talented folks, identify them, and bring them onto the team, much like you and George at the beginning. Brian said, hey, I got these two great guys, I think they'd be perfect for implementing AI, and then, you two made it happen. That was a big deal for getting our game kind of green-lit and getting funding for it. So, really have to give a big thank you to you both and your early contributions for Plunder Panic.
Absolutely.
Of course.
Thanks for having us.
Absolute blast.
Yeah.
Oh, we wouldn't be where we are today either if we hadn't worked on it.
Oh, no.
I remember we were still pushing stuff, the last day, George was moving, I think, or he was, David, it was a rainstorm, you had rain coming into your room, you were pushing AI fixes, before you're getting on a flight,
My window was flooding, yeah. My window soaked, my gutter broke. I had to go out in a storm and fix it. Meanwhile, Will's sitting on the call waiting for me. I'm sorry, you won't believe this.
The AI! They're killing each other. Some emergency right before. I don't remember what it was, but it was just this hilarious situation. Oh, we're about to win and lose at the same time. No. Oh no. Rowboat. Garbage.
I'm not respawning.
That's because it's too late. Or was that a bug? I mean, a feature, Joe.
I'm not sure.
It is early access, folks. It is early access. I think we'll do maybe 1 or 2 more, and then swap out some other original devs. So yeah, you guys have anything else you want to share? Feature requests? Anything that interests you in the game, or things you'd like to see? Speak your mind.
How can I emote the victory conditions? I noticed someone was doing it. Someone emoted a cannon.
Yes, so if you hit the triangle button right now and hold up and down, you can call out the different ones. So we do need to add that into the tutorial. There's no tutorial module for that yet. It's also not perfect. You kind of have to be watching a player, be able to see it. So we're still exploring what's a way to kind of call out to your team and get them, that information of what we should be going after. I don't quite know how to do that yet.
That's a cool idea, though.
Do you guys remember putting in taunts when we started with that?
Yeah, I only asked because the taunts are different in the character select.
Yeah, they're more like emotes over there.
Right, right.
Originally we had it also make a noise when you taunted, but people would just go yar, 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 over and over and over. So we had to fix that. Oh, dang it. Gold victory. Well, thank you both for, first off, all of your contributions to the game, getting us the initial version, the AI that we built everything off of. And, your continued support, and it was really great talking to you both again and having you in the channel.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thanks, Will.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
And,
if you're, go ahead.
Looking forward to the magic mushroom when it comes back. I really miss my party sharks.
Yes.
You know what? It's a funny story. We did try to figure out if that was still in the last build to just play it again. We have ideas for that item to bring it back in new ways that don't cause seizures. But the idea for it is to use it as like a distraction item where you can obscure part of the screen and make it kind of hard to see things going on in the background. So, yeah. I think that'll be a lot of fun. So I'll let you know. You'll get the mushroom update at some point. But yeah, it was really great to hear from you both. And yeah, let's see if we can drag maybe a Zach in here, and Zach, Darlene, Andrew, maybe.
All right.
Let's see.
Take care.
Cool.
Yeah.
See you
See you
Thanks,
guys.
Will. Take care.
Yeah. Take care. We've got an Alex.
How's everybody doing?
Fresh off a kayak, I think.
I was a canoe.
Oh, canoe.
We didn't tip it. That was the important thing.
Yeah. How's the whiskey sours going?
They were wonderful last night. None today.
I gotta
which
put
is
my.
good.
I'm really bad at streaming, guys. I have a rune code blocker that I've had on at the wrong times and off at the wrong times. So it looks like we've got a Darlene in the channel.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, long time no see. How's it going?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Let's see. I'm still trying to get one more in here. We've got a Zach. Excellent. I don't know if we had Andrew. I think he had to hop off. Maybe his baby pooped too much, and he can't play. Yeah, first time father, long time pooper. Anyways, let's do some quick introductions. Because he works for me, I will introduce Alex here. We've got our lead programmer. Oh no, they turned on all wings. We've got our lead programmer, Alex Klingel, here, who's been with us almost from the beginning, just about. So you can say, "Hey, Alex," people can hear your voice.
Oh, that's a scary thought. I don't know if you want to give me that much power.
I totally do. I definitely do.
Okay.
Let's go ahead and start this ridiculous game. Start the match. That is an Alex. We've got Darlene with us. If you want to say hello, tell us what you did on the project.
Hey, everybody. I was one of the original 2D artists on the game. Contributed a lot of the initial concepts and some early development testing. So, and it's really amazing to see, just like how far this has come along. Like, this looks amazing now.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. There's a lot of hard work that went into it from a lot of talented people, but I don't think I can take all of their credit, but I will share the love once I hear from the rest of the team. We also have Zach with us, right?
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, let me turn you up a little bit. So, sorry, team, but I'm going to turn Zach up here. Let's try that again.
Hi.
Hey, okay. Yeah, I think that's better.
Okay.
He just had you muted.
I did not.
As usual. Yeah, so I'm Zach. I was one of the programmers on the original team that did the initial prototyping and the first, I guess, version of Thunder Panic. And yeah, I was in charge of just kind of. I think the first thing I did was I worked a lot on the original character controllers. So making the pirate swing his sword and jump around and stuff, and has some funny stories about things that we messed around with.
There was a particular item, I believe, that you had worked on that is not in the game anymore. Do you remember that one?
Are you referring to the grappling hook?
Indeed I am. We did have a grappling hook at the very beginning.
Yeah, so that was actually, I was so sad to see that go because it was actually a lot of fun to mess around with. We actually had wave dashing in Thunder Panic at one point.
And it's funny too because you are a Smash Brothers player.
Yeah, he's a Toon Link player. He basically based our character controller off of Toon Link.
I thought it was Pac-Man.
Yeah, I played Toon Link in Brawl, but I'm more known as a Pac-Man player for sure now.
I remember. But it is an interesting thing too of just how games take shape based on the games that you play as a developer. So, you got a pro Smash player, and then next thing you know, you got wave dashing and grappling hooks in the game.
The funniest part is, just like wave dashing in Melee, it was totally unintended. It just happened that not wave dashing. It just happened that if you grappling hook to the ground at an angle, the character would then slide after hitting the ground. So.
What team are you on, Zach?
I'm actually not in right now.
Oh, you're not in. Okay, I was going to say that wave dashing is actually in the game.
It is?
Yeah, if you're on the blue team. If you're on the blue team and you jump in the water, you can wave dash. I'm on the red team, so I was just trying to get a bunch of blue players to kind of kill themselves. Because our team is losing right now. So, Darlene, you also were a big part of the beginnings of this game and some of our conference shenanigans. Do you have any anything you'd like to share? Fun stories, things you worked on that worth mentioning? Sorry, I'm trying to throw TNT at the enemy chest here. There we go.
You got to be quicker than that.
Oh man, as far as fun stories, it was super great to get to take the game out. And yeah, I just remember when we were out at Indiecade and it was 102 degrees out, and it was so hot. It was so much fun. We were there all day, and I distinctly remember that we were ill prepared in terms of water. At least I was.
Do you remember the booth that was next to us?
They had the Monster booth and then the Nestle Nesquik booth.
Yeah,
who wants chocolate milk when it's 102 degrees?
It's exactly. We're all dehydrated and tired, and the only two things that are near us are Monster and milk.
Chocolate milk.
Yeah.
I drank so much Monster that day.
You and I both. It was sugar-free, so it was okay, I guess.
Surprised my heart didn't explode.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun touring this game around. Some of the most fun I had was at PAX East when we brought the barrel there, and if you remember, we all stayed at the same little VBO house. It was 11 people, and I think one bathroom. We'd be at the conference all day, playtesting, having a blast, and we'd come home and make a bunch of balance changes. So there'd be a bunch of people playing board games, a couple people making changes, a couple people, making dinner or making drinks or something. It was so much fun. And hopefully we get to do that sort of thing again. one day bring this game out to the people or to a conference. But I have a lot of fond memories of that for sure. So you were also responsible for a pretty cool piece of artwork for the game too. We, if you remember the banner that we made.
I do, yeah, I do remember the banner. That was a lot of fun to make.
It's not often you get commissioned to make like a 10-foot by 10-foot painting of a pirate backdrop for conferences. So that was a kind of a neat thing that we got to dream up and make a reality. So Zach, are you, and I throw you a cheap plug here, are you still working on your game, your project? Or you and Darlene perhaps, maybe both of you?
Not at the moment. There's been some changes in the team, so we kind of had to go on hiatus due to some unforeseen circumstances. But it's not like canceled or anything. It will be back. But yeah, Rewritten is the name of the game. Went through a name change. You probably knew it as Timeless Tale at the time.
What's it called again? What's it called now?
It's Rewritten.
Rewritten.
Like,
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I like it. Okay. Are you still? It's still with the time mechanic, right?
Yes. Yeah. So it's sort of like a play on words because it's, or I guess like a double meaning because it's like paper themed, very inspired by Paper Mario, but it's also called Rewritten because it's about like sort of changing fate. So that's kind of what the story's about. But
when you all have some news, who knows? If we have a big old character select at some point, maybe we can throw the main character in there. Who knows?
That would be pretty cool.
Is Armed and Dangerous on? And I haven't noticed. Oh, it is. Friendly Fire is 100% on right now. Oh my. Okay. I have not figured that out yet. I've said this a few times before already that it's just sort of crazy that we've been able to play with the original team on the internet. You know, that felt like something that was a lifetime away that we just would never be able to get to so long ago. Oh, we totally lost. And it's just really cool to reconnect with that original team and be able to play online with everybody. Which is
I'm very impressed by that because it seems like it happened pretty quickly, and I know it's no simple feat to get online multiplayer working.
Well, a big shout out to Mr. Alex here, who, along with Michael Boschel, really championed our online networking. And I said this a little bit earlier that a big thanks to Photon Quantum is the system that we're using for online multiplayer. So we've got a really cool system that does host migration. All the AI are hosted across the machines. It's deterministic. It has player prediction. It's a lot of fun, and it took a little bit to learn, but it's a really cool system that has truly it's been performing. You know, maybe exceeding our expectations how well it's been performing.
It looks great.
What day? Friday? We were playing with some press from France, and we were just playing a game from Florida, Michigan, and France, and it was no problems. It was running great, so that was really cool. Dang it, blue team.
It was too good for you, Will.
I'm too much grog into the stream here. I do notice that the victory theme is not playing all the time, so add that to the bug list, Alex.
It's been so long since I've actually played that I'm like wondering if some stuff has changed. Like, so I know there's AI now. That's a big thing. We did not have that when I was working on the game.
We did not. So we just had George and David in the call, and they're responsible for it. So for those playing along at home, listening, really this game has been around for a while, since the summer of 2017, and we've had multiple dev teams across that time. Giving different students from the GEL Lab, Games Entertainment Learning Lab, shout out at Michigan State, an opportunity to work on the game, and each one has kind of gone through an iteration. It was originally this 8-bit game, and then it became 16-bit, and then it became 16-bit with AI, and then it became a Nintendo Switch port, and just over time things have changed, and we've been able to bring more and more to the experience. So yeah, the last time you played it definitely did not have AI.
That's
now
obviously
it
a
does.
big
It was a big change.
We've gone through.
It's very well done, the AI.
You can, as I said earlier, any complaints or things that you like, direct to Sean on our Discord channel. He is responsible for the good and the bad, so you can.
If the AI are too good.
Yeah, if they're too good, it's his fault. If they're real dumb, also his fault. But we started redeveloping the game in
October.
Jeez, there's still a lot of gold.
Yeah.
Is it October?
It started October 16th. That was the day when we kicked it off.
We kicked it off. We really got the feet on the ground later that year, like maybe November.
I think it was like December.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it really has been kind of a short turnaround, and that was rebuilding the entire game, Zach, from the ground up. From that version that we ended with to what we have now was a complete rewrite. It's been a journey, but it's also continuing to be a journey. We're adding a lot of cool stuff, and we're really planning on playing up the esports angle, having more tournament modes, and accommodating customization for players, and trying to find ways to bring people back so it's not just a party game, that you could play it with rankings and try to get the best team available and climb to the top of those leaderboards. So it's going to be fun trying to explore what that's going to look like and how we're going to get there. But for now, we're just enjoying a little bit of rum and playing with our friends.
Just a little.
Yeah, I'd like to see some competitive Plunder Panic scene filming.
That's the dream.
I'd be up for that.
That's the dream.
When will I be able to get my own Plunder Panic arcade cabinet?
If you have enough money, you can get one whenever you'd like. Is really the true answer. No, and that is a good question. For those that are asking about the arcade version of the game and all of that. I think the true answer is after console release and when it's safe to do so. When it makes sense to venture back into that arcade market so that we can put the game out there for people locally. We'd like to explore it and see if it's a possibility, see if it's in the cards. If it is, awesome, and if it's not, at least we have this version where you can play online. So I'll let you know. But we can drop you the name of whoever made that cabinet for us if you want to get your hands on one. You should be able to you could put the Steam version on there, technically. You could play this with a USB hub and 12 controllers, and you could play essentially that arcade version.
Nice. Yeah, I'm gonna start a local league. That's what we'll do out here.
And you're down south here with me now, aren't you? Or closer to where I'm at?
No, I'm in Indiana, middle of nowhere.
Oh, okay. All
That far south, Will.
Maybe I'm mistaken somebody. I thought someone was in South Carolina or North Carolina.
I almost was for a little bit.
Okay. Oh, they're gonna get gold. We gotta stop that blue team. Stop that blue team. Well,
So I have a question.
Yeah, go for it.
Is it always 6v6 now? Because I know at one point we didn't have AI, obviously, so we had to sort of balance around uneven teams. And
No. You can play
Still
any
do.
combination.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I was just curious because I know there's like the captain mode now, right, where it's like just 1v1 kind of thing.
Yes, yeah.
What's that called?
We haven't come up with a full-on name for it.
Okay.
Right now, we're calling it Captain versus Captain.
Okay.
Turn off friendly fire.
Yeah, let's turn off friendly fire. There's too many gold victories when friendly fire is on. Turn off FF. I'm just yelling at chat here. No, you can still play 1v1. You can play 6v1 if you really want to. I don't know why you'd want to, but you can.
I'd want to.
You want to take out everybody, I see.
Yeah.
Yep.
And you can play one person versus 11 AI, not on the same team.
11?
Oh, yeah, like
combination.
one person and 5 AI versus 6 AI. You can do that. But yeah, we accommodate anywhere from the 1v1 up to 6v6, any combination. So if your sweet spot is 3v3, then by all means you can play that 3v3 sweet spot, which is pretty cool. So I personally like the 4v4. That's kind of the area that I like the most.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but it changes though. After you do a couple 4v4s, sometimes you want to do a no items 2v2, or you want to do a crazy all item 6v6. It just depends on the mood that you're in, what kind of craziness, how much rum you've had, what friends are joining you, that kind of thing.
Right, that flexibility is really great for replayability. So
that's the hope. And there's all sorts of talk of where to take it. Like, how much flexibility do you want? Do you want to be able to make the game be? You can change how much gold is in the world and put a ton in or just a little bit in. Change how many cannonballs can hit. These are all types of things that our players have brought up that, we listen to the players, we consider them, we see, is this something that we want to do? Is that, a feature that's reasonable? Is that something that would really make the esports scene to truly customize it? So it's a really cool place to be for early access, where we can, really determine what the future of our game is and what our players want. And it's exciting. It's daunting and it's exciting at the same time. I'm just happy that the servers are holding up really well, and we're getting everybody playing, and it seems to be running, seems to be working. It looks like we just got.
I haven't even noticed.
Nice cannon victory.
I haven't even noticed any bugs. As a programmer watching, I mean, it looks really smooth all around. So you guys have done a fantastic job with it, and it looks amazing. I love the art.
Thank you. Another shout out to
and
our,
it sounds
our
amazing
artist. Too. Yeah, I haven't shouted out Kyle. Kyle Bush. I forgot if
his stage name is Bile Kush.
It's not officially Bile Kush, I think, but
I'm pretty sure it is.
It
but,
could
okay.
be. You can check it out on SoundCloud, potentially.
It was chalk at one point, as in the stuff you draw with chalk. So
yeah,
I don't know if he's changed it since.
Yeah, he's going through an identity crisis, I'm not sure. He's got a new tune that'll be dropping in the game soon. That's really cool.
There he is.
Oh, is there a Kyle? There is a Kyle. Someone dragged him in. Hi, Kyle. We're just we're talking about your music and your sound effects here.
I thought I heard my name. I thought I'd drop by.
Yeah, we didn't know if you had a new name for where people can hear the music that you make.
It's literally just soundcloud.com/BushKyle.
It's the most creative artist I've ever heard before. But no,
it's just my name.
It's a real awesome soundtrack, and we've got some cool things planned. Do you want to tell anybody about the new song we've got going on?
Yeah.
We're gonna die by Rowboat, by the way. Go! Cannon! Not Rowboat.
Really excited. We're doing a rendition of Wellerman, a popular sea shanty. I think it gained popularity on TikTok. Is that what it was?
Yep.
Yes, it was. It was in TikTok. Yeah.
Just like our game.
I don't think so yet. But if anyone is real up on the TikToks, sorry, I still have the room code block up on the screen. I'm a terrible streamer. Or it's the rum. I don't know. Yeah, it was if you remember the sea shanties that used to float around. Maybe was it last summer? This summer? They all kind of blend together.
This summer. Yeah.
Yeah. So you've got a rendition of Wellerman in the Plunder Panic style. That is really cool.
I don't know if you want to play it as an exclusive for the viewers, but
potentially, I'll see if I can do that. I'll close out the stream with it. How about that? You can do a sneak peek of Wellerman. But one of our ideas was to try to get some of the original. Not original, but some of the more popular pirate songs that you might know, Drunken Sailor, Wellerman, that sort of thing, and make some Plunder Panic versions of those songs and get them into the game. The original music is really cool, and then you can get excited listening to it and hum along to it after you hear it a few times, but you might be able to get people up on those classic songs so they could kind of get it right away, which will be cool.
Yeah, no, I'm having a ton of fun rearranging the song for Plunder Panic.
So I think we're gonna, after this one, we're gonna get one more game going. We're gonna get a couple, or maybe one more new person in the chat here. Mr. Andrew Dennis. Get him in on stream. Let's see if we can close this out with a rowboat victory, ideally. If the team can collect themselves and make that happen. Got some idle players here. It really is hard to play and talk, but we are doing our best to make that happen for everybody.
Not sure if Andrew's around.
He just poked us on Discord, so it looks like it.
Oh, he came back? Okay.
Yes, he came back.
All right.
And he's here. There's an Andrew here.
Hey, Andrew.
Oh, I saw we had a couple in here already.
Yeah, no, you're good. Are you
That's
in
okay.
the game, Andrew? Do you want to try to join in and give it a shot?
I can be. Invalid room code.
Well, yeah, right now, because it's too many people, and we just ended. So let's start it back up. I'm going to block the room code so we don't get anybody online. So,
I'm in now.
there you go. You're in.
Good.
In like Flint. And I'm in too, so I can at least play. I'm going to control the items this time.
Is it the same code? When do I get to play?
Yeah, let's get Zach in here.
If you want to play Zach, I can step back out if you want to play Zach.
There we go. So,
Is
Andrew,
the stream red or blue?
the stream is chaos. It is nothing.
Got
It
it.
is everything. So pick whatever you'd like.
Should be one more person.
We are not that.
Oh, I think I'm in. I'm in.
There
Okay.
you go. Excellent.
Oh,
Blue
the
team,
ship
blue
sailed
team.
away.
Wait, come back, come back, come back.
No.
I'll yell in the chat. Let's see, and you can select an AI if you want. You'll take them over. So either way, whoever 5 is, there you go. We try to accommodate. Blue team needs another AI, so why don't you throw one on there, whoever blue team is.
Oh, don't fall in the water.
Yeah, don't fall in the water. Oh no, it's devolved into chaos. You dinguses. Okay, we're just gonna sail.
I remember
away.
when you could jump out of the water.
Yeah, let's
Okay,
get this
stay there,
game
monkey.
started.
Stay there, monkey.
Come on now. Okay, start the game. Well, no, you don't get an AI. Let's turn the room code off. We are joined by the Andrew Dennis. Yes, you heard me right.
Oh.
The Andrew Dennis. Thank you for joining our stream. You want to do a quick introduction? Talk about a little bit what you did on the game?
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm responsible for the in-game player kind of characters. Of course, Tatum and Dewey did like the lion's share of all the artwork in it. Tatum really helped out with, I think, some of the new splash screens and backgrounds, and they did phenomenal work.
Yeah,
but
Tatum
the characters.
is to the Atlantis, so the one we're here, and she also did the Brig, the 2 stages. So she was able to make 2 complete levels and all the splash screen art, and the main menu art is all Tatum as well.
I would say, yeah, for sure, like all the character stuff, and then working out the character sort of animation system with Alex to make it as efficient as possible and keep all the animation streaming together.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun to piece that together.
Yeah, it was
we
kinda
still
fun.
actually, that's one of the only things that's actually stayed the same.
Okay. You guys did a good enough job where it's still...
Stayed the same since version 2.
Yeah, since version 2. Not since
Well,
version
yeah, I've
1.
always said I'm a very adequate artist, so I'm happy to hear it's still there.
So when was the last time you got to play, Andrew?
This is the first time I've played it since, like, we probably played it together.
That was a long time ago.
It's been a bit.
Does anything stand out as like, whoa, that's new, that's cool, that's weird, anything?
Definitely the new backgrounds. I love the idea of the different layouts being dependent on the backgrounds. It's like a really cool idea. Other than that, gameplay's still like really tight, controls well. Really enjoying.
Got a robot war going down here.
We got a gold victory instead since y'all are fighting over that rowboat.
I tried to stop that.
Can I no longer drop cannonballs on people?
You totally can. 100%. Any heavy item you can
And-
drop
and
on
other
someone's
things.
head. And other things.
Bags of gold.
Rum barrels, gold chests, anything that looks like it should hurt somebody, if it falls on their head, it will.
I don't know if the dad comment from Adam was meant for me, but what's up, Adam?
I don't have the stream open right now.
Oh, sorry. I thought it was for me.
It could be.
His music is causing babies to be born, apparently.
Right now, this
I
music
wouldn't
is
have it
baby
any
is
other way.
sleeping. Blessedly
Especially,
so.
Yeah.
Especially on Talk Like a Pirate Day.
Alright.
Yeah, we're getting near the end here. We said we'd run to about 4:30, so we can play one or two more here and close.
I
down
love the
stream.
eels. That's really fun.
Yeah, did you notice every stage has its own? It's not just sharks anymore. It's not Shark Week. We've got special little monsters in every stage. So here in the brig, we've got eels. In Atlantis, we've got mermaids, or I guess they're sirens.
They're sirens, yeah.
I love the sirens.
Yeah, we've got, in typical Dewey fashion, Cthulhu-y monsters in the Wizard's Castle, the OG sharks in the volcano, and I'm missing one, Alex. What
The
is it?
crocodile.
And the crocodile.
Oh, that's a
and the
crocodile?
shipwreck.
I
and the
love it.
shipwreck. Yeah.
Shipwreck, yeah.
And we've got some cool new stages that hopefully are going to debut in one of them in October, ready for spooky times. So it might be a spooky themed stage. And something planned for December. It might be cold, it might not, I don't know. So we've got some cool stuff planned. We're going to keep expanding the levels out. And we've also heard some really neat ideas from our early access crew as well. They said, hey, what about a level that changes every time you play it? So maybe we could have a shifting type of level, or maybe a level with some movement in it. Who knows? So really, that's an exciting part of early access is seeing what we can turn this game into, what's gonna stick, what doesn't, what people like. Try out some weird stuff, and see
We've
what
already
we can
responded
do.
to some of the community feedback that we've gotten simply after just the first day of release on Friday. We
Yes.
already got some in and already released our first patch that has quite a few changes that are, I don't want to say game altering, but they're definitely,
No,
you can
they're game
notice the
altering.
difference.
They're game
Okay,
altering.
all right.
You can sheath and unsheath while
Hey,
moving,
They
which
do
is
alter the game.
which is a big deal. And a big thank you for putting
Oh,
those
no.
sheath animations, Andrew, on the top half of the character.
Yeah, that saved us.
All we had to do was turn a button on, and it worked, which is real
that
nice.
was the reason Alex and I worked so hard to make those independent top to bottom.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, so really, we love that our crew, our early access players are shouting out things to try out. At the same time, I wouldn't always expect weekend updates from the team. This is a special a release weekend event, but we will talk to you guys about it. We'll listen to the community and see if it's something that's a good fit for our game. So yeah, if you have good ideas or bugs to report, throw it on the Discord channel and tag a developer, and we really appreciate you pointing those things out. We'll see if we can make this the best thing that we can.
Yeah, I got a bug to report. How
What's
come I
that?
can't win the game?
You
that's
have
just
to
skill.
turn on Get Good. I'm sorry. Are you
Yeah,
on the
blue team.
blue team?
Get it together.
I have not been playing.
That's why you
step
can't
one,
win.
yeah, step one, you gotta.
Oh, they're gonna get
another
gold if
game.
we're not paying attention here. Let's try to get some gold away from the blue team. Is Kyle hiding it all in the crow's nest? OG Kyle strategy?
I am not playing.
Oh, you're not playing. Okay. Well, if you're not playing, then how are you gonna win? If you're not playing, how are you losing?
That's what I'm wondering. That's what I asked.
Okay.
Do you
Fair
have
enough.
the answer?
I don't. Yeah, if you notice, there's little green
It's a lot
wyverns
easier.
up here.
Oh no. Yeah. I killed myself with the
Rum barrel hit
cannonball.
my head.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to drop this rum barrel on someone's head. No dice.
It already happened.
Our coffers be empty.
Oh, watch out for Robo.
We'll get that rowboat cleaned out.
Yeah,
We'll get
they're
that
there.
cleaned out. Yeah,
I appreciate whoever on Red is embracing the Swabby gold strategy.
It's the best strat.
It's the best strategy.
It's the meta.
row that boat. Oh shoot. Okay. All right, I'll protect. Get in that boat. We spent a lot of time getting that boat working.
And it's not protection.
No, there's not enough protection. Okay, come on. I also turned the invincibility frames for the captain way down, so now the captain is not as OP as they once were. They only have a second of invincibility compared to a second and a half. Big deal.
Captain only needs one more hit.
Captain going
Oh,
die.
no.
Oh, both captains need one hit. Oh no. We got gold.
It's so
Well, thank you everybody for joining us in this Talk Like a Pirate Day special stream. Really do appreciate it. Here's what we can do. Let's just all join that OG crew play and have a big old yar from everybody to sign off.
Good enough.
Good enough. Okay, we're
gonna jump.
We're doing a little sign off, guys. If everyone could give me their
Okay.
best pirate yar here for our that's
Yar.
really weak. All right, thanks for joining, everybody.
Yo-ho.
Check
Thanks,
out
everybody.
Plunder Panic, plunderpanic.com, $9.99 during this initial part of early access. The price will go up as new features are coming. We've got cool stuff in the works for everyone to check out. So stay current with us. Join our Discord. Talk to our developers. Thank you all for tuning in. Big thank you to everyone that joined us here today in our OG Crew channel. I should probably leave off on the credits here as a big thank you to everybody that put their time, effort, and talent into this game to make it what it is today. So thank you all for being here. I hope you enjoy the rest of your afternoon, evening, or morning, wherever you're at, and drink some rum, play some Plunder Panic. Thanks, everybody.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah, Wellerman.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Take a listen.